So other than me just teaching every plumbing company, there's really no other way for me to get the word out except content. And I know really what the problem is, because these plumbing companies are only worried about their job. We deal with the same thing in roofing. A lot of roofing contractors will tell the homeowners, oh, you don't need to address your foundation. And it's important. You have to address the foundation first. I can't tell you how many owners I've dealt with the same thing. They just got their roof replaced and now they're seeing cracks or they had been seeing cracks, and the roofer told her, no, you can address it later or whatever. That is the wrong answer. And the reason why they do that is because they want to sell today. They're just worried about their money and getting paid and closing your job. And it puts the owner in a bad position, because there again, we go to lift the house and it causes movement in the roof. Now you get lifted valleys, you get lifted flashings, you get wrinkled shingles, you get buckled plywood. It all just depends on how much the house has fallen. And I always say, and I tell every contractor and I tell every homeowner, even though they don't need this stuff, I always tell them, for future reference, never fix anything under your house when it comes to plumbing. Never do anything on your roof except patches and seal leaks and stuff like that is fine. But do not replace your roof until you have your foundation checked, because you could be putting yourself in a bad position, especially if you're thinking about selling the house. A lot of people think, well, I'm going to replace the roof, it'll bring the value of my house up. Well, most of these inspectors now are actually using our same leveling system or system to check the tolerance of the house, to check all these houses to make sure they're within tolerance. And we're running into it a lot where we go out and check these houses, they got a new roof, but the foundation's way out of tolerance and it has to be lifted. And so then you mess up the roof. So it just causes problems, and I try to educate as much as I can for people to get the foundation checked always. And it's a problem, and it's hard to blame a person because some people are not educated in it. I'm educated more heavily in it because I do this every day. But you know, you have plumber Joe come to your house, he doesn't necessarily know about foundations and the risks and what happens when you don't do things in a specific order. So that's all I wanted to share, and hopes that it gets to one ear of one person that's fixing to pay a lot of money to get one of these services done, and they realize, no, let me call a foundation repair company or an engineer to come inspect my house before I spend all this money and have to spend it again. So, all right, y'all have a good day. Take care.